Tricks, tricks, and tricks. Yes, one more for you. Hello, everyone. In this particular trick, I'm going to talk about the rules for divisibility. Yes. So, for example, if I ask you whether 14 is divisible by 7, you will say, what kind of question is that? It's so simple. We can simply divide 14 by 7 to get the answer. But, my dear friends, the questions in the aptitude examinations are not going to be that simple. So for example, if I have a 20-digit number and if I ask you whether it is divisible by 8 or not, now what you are going to do? You are going to divide the number by 8? No, you can't do that. You will be spending enough of time if you adopt this methodology. Rather, let's go through this video and I'll give you a very short question at the end of this video. So please stay tuned. Watch this video till the very end and we will see some confirmed questions that are part of the examinations. Let's see what we have in this video for you.
So without wasting much time, let's take some of the cases. For example, if I have a number 5, 6, 9, 0, 3, 2, 7, 9, 4, 2. Now I want to check whether this number is divisible by digit 2 or not. Will I have to divide this number and check whether it is divisible by 2 or not? Absolutely no, because a number is divisible by 2 only if it is even. And to check this, I just need to check the last digit of the number. Since the last digit is 2, I can say that this number is divisible by 2. Similarly, let's talk about the next digit, which is 3. Now, if I have to figure out whether this number is divisible by 3, I need not actually divide it completely. The divisibility rule for 3 says that sum of the digits should be divisible by 3, which means in this particular case, if 5 plus 6, 11, plus 9, 20, plus 0, 20, plus 3, 23, plus 2, 25, plus 7, 32, plus 9, 41, 45, and 47. If 47 is to be checked by 3, I see that it is not divisible. Hence, I can say that this number is not divisible by 3. So this is how simple it is. Next digit is 4. Again, I should not actually divide the complete number and check this. For digit 4, my divisibility rule says last 2 digits of a given number, if they are collectively divisible by 4, then the number is divisible by 4. In this case, last 2 digits are 42. And when I check it with 4, I find that it is not divisible by 4. Hence, I would say that this number is not divisible by 4 as well. 5, and the most easier one, the last digit, as we all know, should be either a 0 or a 5, and then we can say that the number is divisible by 5. Over here, the last digit is 2, hence this is not divisible by 5 as well. Next digit is 6, and I would put a little bit of more stress on this because this is where we get most of the questions. Divisibility by 6. Now I know that 6 can be written as 2 multiplied by 3. That is, 2 and 3 are the prime factors for the number 6. So if a number is divisible by 2 and 3 both, then the number is divisible by 6 as well. I repeat, if the number is divisible by 2 and 3 both, then the number is divisible by 6. So in this case, we know that this number is 2 and therefore the number is divisible by 2. But we have already checked that this number is not divisible by 3. And hence I can easily say that this number is not divisible by 6. So what we have to do? if the number is divisible by the prime factors of a number, then the number is divisible by the number itself. It is true in the vice versa mode as well. Let me tell you what does that mean. Suppose if this number is divisible by 6, then it will also be divisible by 2 and 3 both. And as I said, if a number is divisible by 2 and 3, it will be divisible by 6 as well. And this is not only valid to 6, but this is valid to all the numbers. Suppose there's a number n and the prime factors are p, q and r. I repeat, p, q and r are the prime factors. That means these are the prime numbers. So suppose there's a number which is divisible by p, q and r, then that particular number will also be divisible by n. Also, the other side of the story is also true. If the number is divisible by n, it will be divisible by p, q and r also. So this is the most important trick that we should be remembering. Let's talk about the next, which is digit 7. Now this is something which is having no generic divisibility rule, but still there is a rule which we usually do not consume or utilize. I'll explain that logic. Let me take a smaller number. For example, I have 1, 2, 1, 1, 6, and we have to check whether this number is divisible by 7. So what we have to do, we will take the last digit, we will double it, that is we'll multiply it with 2, and from the remaining number we have to subtract the double of 6. I repeat, we will take the last digit, multiply it with 2 and subtract it with the remaining numbers. So we will end up getting this value. Now what we do, we again take the last digit, multiply it with 2 and subtract it with the last few digits again, and we end up getting this value. So we keep doing this unless the number that we achieve is divisible by 7 or we achieve a 0. Now this looks like more of a conventional method than a trick, and therefore we usually say that for 7 we do not have any divisibility check. Now let's talk about 8. 8 is more or less similar to what we had for 4. The only difference is here it will be last 3 digits instead of last 2 digits. It will be last 3 digits. If the last 3 digits of a number is divisible by 8, then the number is completely divisible by 8. So in this case, my last 3 digits are 942. So when we divide 942 by 8, I get 8 ones are 8, 8 ones are 8 and 62, which means this is not divisible. And therefore I can say that this complete number is not divisible by 8. Let's take some more cases. For this, I will take a separate number once again because we have changed the slide. So let me take another number 9, 4, 3, 2, 6, 5, 8, 9. Now the next digit would be 9. We have to check whether this number is divisible by 9 or not. Now it is similar to what we had for 3. That is, sum of the digits should be divisible by 9 in that case. So if I add up these numbers, which is 9 plus 4 plus 3 plus 2 plus 6, 5, 8 and 9. Let's quickly add these numbers. 9 plus 4 13 plus 3 16 plus 2 18, 24, 29, 37, 46. So 46 is divisible by 9? No, and therefore this number is not divisible by 9. Next digit obviously 10, and the easiest one, last digit must be a 0. Last digit should be a 0 for the number to be divisible by 10. We'll take one more, which is 11. Now, in case of 11, let's understand. Suppose I have a number A, B, C, D, E, and F. And we have to check whether this number is divisible by 11 or not. So what we do, numbers at the odd positions, which is A plus C plus E, minus numbers at the even places, B plus D plus F. This is either a 0 or a multiple of 11. That's when we say that the number is divisible by 11. So these are the few divisibility rules that we need to remember while we attempt an aptitude exam. Now, many a times students ask me this question, that why do we need to remember all these rules? If there would be a question in examination such as this, asking us whether this number is divisible by 9 or not, or by 8 or not, we will simply divide this number and check. But my dear friends, the questions are not so easy for this particular concept. Let's see what kind of question we get. Let me take one question. I'll start with the easier one. Let's say there's a number 432A, and it's given that this number is divisible by 4, and then you have to find out the values of A. So this is where we need the logic or the trick that we have already discussed. Now I know that for the divisibility by 4, the last two digits should be divisible by 4, which means 2A should be divisible by 4, which means my A can be 0, it can also be 4, it can also be 8. So these are the possible values of A when this number is divisible by 4, and that's my answer. Now let's look at a very good question. This has been frequently asked in examinations. So suppose I have 2176A34B. This 8-digit number is divisible by 72, and we have to find out the values of A and B. So let's see what we can do here. Since this number is divisible by 72, I can say that it will also be divisible by the factors of 72, which means 8 and 9. Now many people can think that the factors of 72 can also be 2, 3, 6, even 8, 9, 12, and many more such numbers. But if you remember my concept, I said so, I need to have co-prime numbers in fact. So the factors should be co-prime in nature, where 8 and 9 are co-prime. So now, if this number is divisible by 8 and 9, I can check for the divisibilities of 8 and 9. So the rule for 8 says last 3 digits must be divisible by 8, which means by checking on this, my value for B comes out to be 8 fours are 32, 2B, my value for B is 4. So when I put B as 4, I put B as 4. And then the number is also divisible by 9, which means, as I can see, the sum of the digits should be divisible by 9. So let me do a sum of them. 2 plus 1, 3, plus 7, 10, plus 6, 16, plus A, plus 3, that is 19, plus 4, 23, plus 4, 27. So this gives me 27 plus A is divisible by 9. Which means this is only possible when A is either equal to 0 or 9. That means my value for A can be 0 or 9, but for sure my value for B is 4 if this number is divisible by 72. So this type of question we usually get from the divisibility rules concept of number system. I hope everyone has understood this type of problems. So this is what we call as the concept of divisibility rules.